think what's most exciting for me is getting to watch Will grow and see him just come out of his shell, because throughout the whole story, Will has been so shy, so fearful, not able to stand up for himself. And you really just want to see him like fight back. And in the big mid-season finale, finally paid off.
3, 2, 1, go!
Derek is very confused. He thinks some evil child kidnappers have kidnapped him, but they're really just trying to lure out the Demogorgons so they can defeat them and get led straight to Vecna. This is where I start to become bait. Even though Derek tries to run, he tries to escape, he gets scared out of his boots because he hears the banging on the door. And then Joyce takes a big... Stay back! In the script, it was a kind of bad word axe.
You want him? You're gonna have to come through me!
And she swings at the demo, scares him off, and ultimately Steve comes and hits him with the car.
Jesus Christ!
Joe is one of those that can get in there and drive, though. He's one of our actors that actually is very good at driving.
I do a lot of driving. I showed up for the first season, and they said, you can drive a stick, right? And luckily, I could drive a stick, and I've just been sort of driving this car ever since. We've done some practical, we've done a lot on the kind of volume of the capture with the blue screens, but always fun.
And it runs into the silo and into the upside down.
Jesus Christ!
And like, what a great group. 4 of us in that car is like, there's never a dull moment. It's fun and good energy.
Holy shit.
All right, cut.
Welcome. Because Holly and Max have a very loose connection through Mike, Max is able to see Holly as her ticket out.
I have a plan to get us out of here. And it's gonna take time, more time than we have now.
That was a fun scene to shoot because it was really fun to see how the arts department just really turned it into this weird home for Max that was just this collection of things that she found in her exploring through the memories. So yeah, the cave is one of my favorite sets to film on this year for sure.
If you want to escape Camazotz, this is the only way. Tell me what I need to do.
Trying to give your old man a heart attack? Nice job.
Elle heard a kryptonite sound coming from within the base, so she knows there's someone powerful there, and the assumption is that it's Vecna, so they've got to go into the lion's den.
I'm toying with Hopper, and he's being strangled slowly to death. And that's when 11 comes out, as weak as she is, to try to protect him. And then that leads into a big fight scene. And I got tossed around for a whole day. You know, but it's just business as usual for these guys. It was huge. And great fun. Great fun.
It was epic. Linda just brought kind of like this feminine energy that is so strong and inspirational and motivating.
Oh, you're strong, Linda.
Yes.
I don't hurt you. No, it's all right. I love
love it.
The throw that you do here is
I just feel like when she steps onto set, I want to work as hard as she does to meet her, and she just pushes me.
What are you doing?
You gotta go. You gotta go. Come on.
It's a powerful moment because
You're gonna find Nancy and the others. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey.
What is it?
It's just a failsafe, okay? It's a failsafe.
It's like the ultimate betrayal. Like Hopper was planning on leaving her. It's hard.
I am so proud of you. I am so proud of what you've overcome. I'm proud of who you are.
I think really the biggest challenge for him is having to live with this toxically masculine heroism that contains deep love, but also deep betrayal of the people that love him. But he sees it as his only answer, I think. And I think that's what ultimately makes it beautiful, but it winds up straining a lot of relationships as well when people find out about it. I mean, and I think he has a lot of guilt about what he's doing, but he has to do it.
At the end, they finally reach the door where they believe Vecna is behind, but they learn that it's not Vecna, but in fact, Kali, who I think probably nobody is expecting to be behind that door. And of course, when we reveal that Kali is there and Vecna is not, the twist, of course, is that he's coming into Hawkins.
Welcome to our battle zone here. We have a lot to talk through and show you around.
The Max Z is absolutely one of the most hectic, chaotic, crazy, and rewarding sequences I've ever shot. There's dozens of stunt people, close to 100 extras. There's Demogorgons, there's monsters and fire and explosions and giant chase sequences.
Go! Come on, guys!
So behind me, you can see a bunch of cranes with wires. We're setting up for the battle. Those cranes are for the stunts, actually, because they're all going to be connected to wires. And they get pulled and thrown, and it's pretty cool watching it.
We took the most time prepping it. We had a total of 50 kills in that sequence. There was a lot of stunt folks that were working. I had 56 amazing stunt folks that came out and just thrashed themselves for us.
The radio shack. If we move quick enough, I think we can make it. Get into the tunnels and get the hell out of here. Okay? Eyes on me.
When I read the Maxi fight, I was like, oh man. It says Mike leads the kids through like a battlefield, basically. And I was like, oh man, I should probably start running because, you know, I've never done that kind of work before. It was pretty amazing to be someone who's like the protector and, you know, trying to get these kids out without getting hurt. It felt kind of nice and full circle that I was sort of, it's almost like protecting your younger self. So that was pretty cool.
So this is the rift to the Upside Down. As you can see, it's huge. There's all blue screen behind there, so they're gonna add in a whole layer of rift and vines and slime, and that's where Vecna will walk through.
I love that scene. It's really the first time we see new Vecna in this season. He comes out of this big gate and just starts causing utter mayhem. I mean, we're throwing people against walls. I think somebody gets set on fire at some point. I pull some pins out of someone's grenade and chuck them against like a big gas tank. I spin a Humvee over to find Winona, who faces off against me. I just chuck her to one side. And it's really enjoyable. I loved it.
His body, thanks to Nancy, is completely ravaged at the end of season 4. The film Hellraiser has always been a major influence on Vecna and his character and his design, specifically Pinhead, where you have a monster or a body being rebuilt supernaturally. So he is able to rebuild his body bigger and badder.
Feel like it's snug in there? First question.
We are in the BGFX layer. We are testing Vecna 2.0.
We called him Vecna 2.0. His body was increased in size. We had lots of negative space on the body as well, so you could see through these vines and shapes. And this is something we would not be able to achieve with practical makeup effects. So we kind of fell on this middle ground where we did Head and Shoulders on Jamie, and we had a Lycra skin-tight catsuit that we made for Jamie, which was covered in tracking markers for visual effects. From the top of the chest down, all of his body would be augmented and created digitally.
With the aspect of him being less human, we also wanted to push the envelope with his sort of weaponized arm. So the left hand that he used so much in season 4, we wanted to take that up a notch. So it can expand and flex and change form in a way that is new this season.
We knew we wanted a big moment at the end of Volume 1. And we've always known that Will has a connection to Vecna and the Upside Down. And so one of the earliest ideas of the season is, what if Will is able to harness these feelings and these powers and turn them against our villains?
I was like, they're gonna do something truly insane, and they did.
I was like, oh yes, okay, it's happening. This is real.
I think that that's going to be a huge twist that really changes the chemistry of the show as a whole.
Having that moment in that set was incredible. It felt like an action movie. Getting to stand there with the fire around me and all the bodies dead, and I was the only one standing, and boom, boom, boom.
His powers are crazy. Like, that's insane.
Stranger Things 5 is more cinematic in scale than any season before. But I'm also happy to say that the emotional center remains the same, that it's always anchored in these characters that we love.
There is a lot that Will has been dealing with. So it's not just about him becoming this sort of superhero. We wanted him to grow as a human and become a fully formed version of who he is and truly accept who he is. Once he's able to do that, he is able to harness these powers.
It was pure joy and excitement filming that stuff because, oh my God, like, I feel like any actor dreams of getting a moment like that. It was like, I mean, honestly, one of like highlights of my career.
Ready and kill!
It was such joy that I felt that night. Oh, like, it was amazing.